Shano's saying that your franchises are not happy. Even McDonald's franchises are protesting the big brand. Is he right?
Well, absolutely not. And I think he said it about a number of franchise brands. We've got a great business model. We've now got a new leader, not me, Dave Hoffman, who's going to be a terrific leader into the future. He's got our franchisees right behind him. We're excited about the future. We've got a roadmap of growth that's going to take us years out. We've got a next generation store. But I think the key thing comes back to the book. I talk a lot in the book about franchise relationships and about how important it is to listen to each other, argue with each other. We do that with our franchisees. Dave is a franchisee expert. So I think what Jim doesn't get, and by the way, he's here today, he and I get on fine.
I saw you guys shake hands, it looked very friendly.
I don't think he understands the power of that partnership, understanding each other's differences.
Understood, but they are facing some pressures, and wage growth, for instance, has picked up for the first time really to levels we haven't seen since before the recession. That's got to put pressure on their profitability.
Well, one thing I did, and certainly Dave will do, is totally focus on two things: franchise relationships and unit economics. Earlier this year, we launched our simplification plan to make it much easier to run our stores, really helped unit economics. We're very, very focused on unit economics and continue to be. And that's why during my time, during Dave's time, we'll continue to be one of the big developers in the industry. So Jim, I think, you know, I respect Jim. He analyzes a lot of things. His thesis is wrong.
Dead wrong.
And since he first came out with it,
no, the stock is up. We pointed
the stock's
that
up $18.
I wanted to ask you about the coffee business because you're such a big player, and there's been such a frenzy of deal making around this sector. How does it change now that a giant like Coca-Cola is in it and competing with Costa Coffee?
Well, we have a great relationship with Coca-Cola. They do our ready-to-drink, which has been enormously successful.
Are we going to see more deals in coffee?
We may, but I think the key thing is people love coffee. That's good for our stock. People love the relationships between big brands, and we have a great relationship, as I say, with Coke. But I think the key point about vending machines is convenience. No one is more convenient than Dunkin. No one is faster than we are. So that convenience element will be the driver, I think, into the future.
What are you seeing from the consumer? There was so much optimism going into the holiday season. Spending looked great, using the paychecks from the tax cuts. And now, with the recent market volatility, that's all coming into question. Is it slowing? And what do you see for 2019?
So at the conference here today, we've talked about that. I think most people feel the consumer's in a good place. They've got the tax cuts, as you say. I think there'll be some refunds for some people early next year. I think the consumer's in a pretty good place. And by the way, if they're out and about, there's plenty of great Dunkin' deals out there, especially our $2 espresso every afternoon.
Very promotional, as always. Shameless plug. Also wanted to ask you about Papa John's, a company you used to lead, and whether you think that the founder, John Schnatter, is a liability and can stand in the way of this company recovering, given his stock ownership and his name on the company.
I think it's all very sad. I mean, I had 4 very happy years there. When I was there, we built a great relationship with the franchisees. We really developed a great culture, which I think is the essence of the book. And then, being the leader in digital, I'm very sad to see that after I left, the thing kind of collapsed. But it's a great brand. I think it will come back. I've spoken to some friends who are franchisees over the last few months. They're very concerned.
You do think it will come back?
No, I think Papa John's will come back. It's a terrific brand. It's very much focused on quality. But something needs to be done. I'm not a magician.